everyone, and welcome to another edition of What to Watch for the Week 10 matchup against the New England Patriots. I'm Corey Gaudreau, and joined, as always, I've got our very own producer from the OBR. It's Ian McBride. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, how's it going? This is a fun week because you are not a Browns fan. You are from the old Boston area, so you are going to be rooting for the enemy this week.
Yes, this is. I'm rooting for a good game. Let's be honest,
That's
right?
bullcrap.
Exactly. So,
You're not rooting
yeah,
for a good
exactly.
game.
Well, it's definitely going to be a good matchup this week for sure. Both teams 5-4. Not typical of this time of the season where the Browns and Patriots are vying for a similar spot in the standings, but here we are. So, starting things off, Ian, how is the injury report looking so far? Pretty clean to start the week, or where are we?
Yeah, it's definitely get a lot better than it has been. So the two injuries from Sunday were Donovan Peoples-Jones left late for in the concussion protocol. He's fine, no issue there. He should be good to go. Greedy Williams left with a shoulder injury. That's always a little bit worrying. It is the same shoulder that kept him out all of last year, but they have said that he is day to day, which is good. Because day to day is much better to week when you're talking about, potentially he re-aggravated that injury. So hopefully it's not that serious. We should find out a little bit more later in the week. JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and Kareem Hunt are eligible to come off IR. We don't know anything about whether they will or not. I think most likely they will not this week based on what we've been hearing. We will find out more about that on Wednesday from Kevin Stefanski. If they can get those guys back, the only major person who would be missing still is Jack Conklin. So definitely getting a lot better from the health front.
I've personally gotten to see a lot of Patriots games this year since I live right up the street from Foxborough Stadium, which is pretty nice. So I've gotten
Yeah,
to
you're
see
going to the game, right?
I believe I will be there in attendance. So we'll let you see. We'll let you know how it looks from the seats and how it ends up, depending on the score, of course. But nice. It's always a quick commute home. So. So lucky for me, I've got a good idea of what the Patriots got going on. But for those who maybe have not caught a lot of the Patriots, this is not your grandfathers or uncles Patriots, I should say. What should we be watching for from the 2021 New England Patriots?
Well, I mean, it's not your father's Patriots, but it is. If they're trying to do an impression of the father's Patriots, and they're doing a decent enough job. So obviously they've got Mac Jones. They're running a bit more of a standard offense. Last year they ran. They were the second highest run volume team in the league because they had Cam Newton. So they were, I think, only the Ravens ran the ball more than the Patriots. They're a lot closer to 50-50 this year. Still leaning a little bit more towards run, I think, but a lot closer to 50-50 with the rookie quarterback trying to run closer to the offense they ran. Maybe I don't really want to say the Tom Brady offense, but at the very least, the Matt Castle offense, if we can go back that far. This is a theme every single week, especially with the AFC. We have no idea how good anybody is because of the schedule. And you look at New England's schedule, they've got 5 wins. 2 of those are against the Jets. They also face the Texans, one of the worst teams in the league. The Panthers are absolutely reeling. They do have a victory over the Chargers, which is a team that beat the Browns. So nice there. So you look at the standings, New England has a plus 60 point differential on the season. If you take away the Jets games, they're at even 0. So they're kind of stacking those points against the Jets, and it's tough to really figure out how good they are outside of that. So really, they're kind of a middle of the pack team. They're 5-4. If you look at any of the metrics, they're all around the middle of the pack in just about everything. But a middle of the road team with Bill Belichick is still a threat. Obviously, Bill Belichick, best coach in NFL history. Some of the players to watch for, the 3 guys that Mac Jones is going to look for: Jacoby Myers, long history of great slot receivers in New England. Jacoby Myers is the heir apparent there. He plays 50% of his snaps out of the slot. He's not quite at that Welker or Edelman level yet, but certainly could be as the season goes on. He's kind of the safety valve. They brought in 2 tight ends, Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry, I believe. Those are also going to be safety valves. So not as many deep threats, not really looking to push the ball down the field. They've got Nelson Aguilar, who might do that sometimes, but it's going to be a lot of underneath throws to Myers, Henry, and Smith. And they're going to play some solid defense, as Bill Belichick coach teams always do. Matthew Judon has been the big addition on that side of the ball. He has been pretty dang good for the Patriots. So, people to watch for. This is a game the Browns should win. They have more talent, but Bill Belichick is the best coach in NFL history again. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely going to be really interesting to see. I think personally, I see a lot of the similarities between the two teams. A lot of the personnel matches up quite a bit. Strong offensive line, uh, going for a run game sort of first. So going to be a really interesting game. But from your perspective, Ian, what's the X factor in this game, or who
So
potentially?
Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, I think they did a great job of trying to make Mac Jones as comfortable as possible, only asking him to do things that he can do, not overwhelming him or anything like that, and preparing him really well. Compared to like Justin Fields we saw earlier, was not even close to prepared. They've done a great job preparing Mac Jones. No one in the NFL, no coach, no scout team, no practice defense can prepare you for Myles Garrett. It's not possible. You cannot prepare a rookie quarterback for somebody who is going to be disrupting your level of comfort on every single play. We're talking about this guy gets to the quarterback just faster than anybody else in the league. Myles Garrett is going to be a big problem for New England. He is going to make Mac Jones have to do uncomfortable things he is not prepared for, things that maybe he's not ready for. The rhythm is going to be different because you're going to need to get the ball out faster. I think Myles Garrett's the X factor. I think if he can wreck Mac Jones's day, it's going to be really tough for the Patriots to move the ball.
Yes, for someone who has watched the Patriots lose a few games over the past 20 years, a strong pass rush getting to the quarterback.
Not that many.
The times they have lost have been those strong pass rushers, Michael Strahan and a pair of those Super Bowls. So,
Yeah,
the likes of Myles Garrett and company, I think definitely represent something very similar there. So, yeah, going to be keeping an eye on how dirty Mac Jones' jersey ends up at the end of the game. We'll see if I'll be able to see the numbers from where my seats are up there. But for Ian McBride, I'm Corey Gaudreau. That's what to watch. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.